Did you miss me? Hey, what is up, everybody? Chuck here, and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. Today is a pretty big day for Pokemon Go. Well, tomorrow will be a bigger day. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Let's get into it. Generation 3 is officially here tomorrow. Earlier this morning, Niantic revealed that they are going to be launching a second annual Pokemon Go Halloween event. Now, it looks nearly identical to the Halloween event that we had last year for Halloween, of course, but this time we're going to be getting a brand new generation of Pokemon. But not all of them. We're going to be getting five Pokemon. Now, a lot of people are going to sit there and be like, yes, Gen 3 hype, Gen 3 is finally here, I can't wait, I've been waiting for 8 months, these 5 Pokemon are all I've ever wanted, hype train, all aboard, choo, mother. But we'll get to that later. On to the Halloween event. It launches tomorrow at noon Pacific time. That is 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 Central, 1 Mountain. October 20th through November 2nd. That's like 2 weeks for this event. That is a really long time. During the event, we're going to be getting increased spawns of Ghost and Dark type Pokemon. Think back to the Generation 1 Halloween event with Gengar and Cubone and Ghastly and Drowsy and Drowsy. And then from Gen 2, it looks like we're gonna be getting increased spawns for Crobat and probably the entire Zubat line, but it isn't necessarily a bad thing. And also Houndour and Houndoom, which appeared on the graphic. The Pokemon that we expect to see from Generation 3 consist of simply 5. Those 5 Pokemon are Sableye, Duskull, Dusclops, Shuppet, and Banette. The first question you're going to ask me is, Chuck, are any of those 5 Pokemon going to be good or useful or any purpose in the game whatsoever? And the answer to that is probably not, unless you don't have a Gengar, in which case we have a Halloween event coming up tomorrow. You should focus on finding Gengars, but obviously these 5 new Pokemon will be cool as well. Out of these new 5 Pokemon, Banette is going to be the highest max CP, around 2100, which is still about 500 CP short of where Gengar lands. Most players that are at least semi-casual will probably complete and find all 5 of these Pokemon or evolve them in probably like an hour of the event launching. But it's okay, at least we have new content, right? Yeah. Also in this event, we are going to be getting a brand new Pikachu hat, something that we have been wanting forever. But in all seriousness, we are going to be getting a Pikachu wearing a witch hat, so just be on the lookout for it. And likely Raichu and also Pichu as well, making shiny Pichu with a witch hat being hatched from an egg to be kind of like the glorious rarest thing in the game. Also, a Mimikyu hat for our trainers, which is great, but Mimikyu isn't even in the game for another couple generations, so it just seems a little bit odd, although it does fit the Halloween theme. And last, but certainly not least, in fact, I would say that more people are excited about Double Candy than they are about these 5 new Gen 3 Pokemon. Double Candy. Catching, hatching, transferring, and your buddy Pokemon will all earn Double Candy. And there's also going to be a new box or a new shop store special gift item thing in the shop, and it's going to include raid passes and super incubators. Now, I'm actually kind of excited about that as long as it's a good deal, but in the past, as we all know, sometimes the deal is pretty terrible. But I could definitely use some raid passes as I try and find my way to a Mewtwo raid, because apparently 138 legendary raids is simply not enough. And speaking of EX raids and their fantastic system, Ho-Oh has been found in the code and actually received a nerf last night. Now that happened to Mewtwo the day before Mewtwo raids went live in Japan. But that would mean that today we're supposed to get Ho-Oh raids, and I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe tomorrow though. So there you have it. 5 new Gen 3 Pokemon, a 2-week event featuring a whole bunch of Ghost and Dark types, Double Candy, some new items in store, Pikachu wearing a witch hat, and a Mimikyu hat for our avatar. That is probably the fastest breakdown you will see on YouTube of this event. Let's get to the meat of this release, okay? Because there is one sentence in this entire 3-paragraph release that has everybody who plays Pokemon Go, whether they would like to admit it or not, in a state of despair. We are not happy about one particular thing. Niantic has revealed that as early as December, which could mean January, February, March, April, you get it, 2019, maybe, who knows. The rest of the Pokemon from Gen 3 will start being released gradually. Now that could mean one of two things. It could simply mean that, hey, they're gonna do it exactly like they did Gen 2, where they do the babies, and then they do basically all of Gen 2, and then some of the legendaries later on. For Gen 3, we're going to get the Ghost types, and then maybe all of Gen 3, and then some of the oddballs and the legendaries later on. That would be best case scenario. Worst case scenario is we get like 3 Pokemon for Christmas, and then we get like 3 more for Valentine's Day, and then another 6 in April, or who knows? I hope it doesn't come to that. Hopefully we get all of it in December, because let's be real, it's already been 8 months. 10 months is simply too long. But we have no choice. We gotta wait. But here's what it comes down to, okay? The purpose of doing an event like this is for Niantic to make money. We all get that. That's obvious. It's pretty clear. They want to keep people entertained with the least amount of content possible for as long as possible. We all know that. But even the most casual trainer will probably be able to open up the app tomorrow or at any point during the event and catch all 5 Pokemon or evolve all 5 Pokemon in like a couple hours or less. It'll be 7 years and 3 months before we see all the Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Oh boy. But hey, the 5 Pokemon that we expect to see released from Generation 3 during this event have been found in the code as of yesterday in their shiny form. So there is a chance that perhaps the shiny variants of all the Pokemon featured in this event will be introduced into the game. Of course, that's very, very wishful thinking, considering we've only had 5. If you, I mean, you can only catch 3 of them in 3 of them in the wild. So 3 out of like 200 or something. But I don't really have my hopes up, but hey, it could happen. So a few tips for this event. If there are any Pokemon that you are holding on to and you're like, should I keep them, should I not? Get rid of them. If you're hoarding your Pokemon because you think trading is coming soon, I've got news for you, and you're probably not gonna like it. Well, it's not news, but let's be real. Trading's not coming anytime soon. I wouldn't be surprised if it never makes an appearance in Pokemon Go. So if you've got 10 extra Articunos, you should probably transfer them during this event so you have an extra 20 Articuno candies to invest in your best one. This doesn't just go for legendaries, this goes for all Pokemon. If you're holding on to anything because you're waiting for, let's say, a double XP event or trading, like I just said, just get rid of them. Let's say you have 10 Pidgeys and you're waiting to evolve them for a double XP event. Why not just transfer those 10 Pidgeys and catch 10 more and get your free 20 Pidgey candy? I mean, is it really hard to find 10 more? Well, during this event, it actually might be. We'll see. Anyways, I love you all. I am glad to be back. More Pokemon Go videos are on the way for show. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're hyped, let me know. If you're not hyped, let me know. If you have any criticism for me, let me know. If there's something you would like to see in Pokemon Go during this event, let me know. If you enjoy Pokemon Go videos, make sure you subscribe. I love you all. Take it easy.